Hi everyone, I'm doing an art journal page today, but mostly I have a new camera, new equipment, and I'm trying to see how it works, so bear with me. It's going to be quite an easy page. I'm doing it in this book, which is I've turned into an art journal. Basically, I'm just taking, when I'm doing something like that, I'm taking some pages out of each signature, and just to make it nice and thick, I glue 2 or 3 pages depending on the quality of the book pages. I want to cover most of it with gesso, but I want to dilute it a little bit, so some will show through, some will get covered. Like, I'm not interested in this, so I don't mind to go over this area with gesso as is without diluting it, and as you can see, you can still see part of it, so I don't mind going on over some areas with just the gesso as is, and parts I'm just going to add a little bit of water, so some of the text will show through. Now, if you don't like to work in books and you still want some details in the back, then just pick any kind of stamps that you want to show through and do the same thing. Sometimes when I want the same effect, that's what I'm doing. If I'm working in one of the other journals, I will just start by stamping all around with whatever theme I decided on, and then we'll push back some of the details with gesso. Of course, you can also, if you don't have gesso, you can do it with white acrylic paint. It doesn't even have to be a white acrylic paint or white gesso. You can vary it with all kinds of colors. It's really up to you, the pushing back of the details. And I'm not even trying to cover everything here. It will just give me more variation in the color once I'll put something on top of it. So not really trying to cover everything, just to create all kinds of areas, some with text, some more obscured, some less. Yeah, so yeah, basically this is it. Maybe I'll do a little bit more. I still have gesso here, so I'll just go and put it in more places. I think that's good enough. And I want to add a little bit of color to this. Not a whole lot, just a hint. So I'm thinking of using watercolors. And let's see. I'm just picking up one set. This is the oldest one I've got. I've got it for more than 3 decades. This is by Pelican, and I don't think they are making them anymore. So I've got some watercolors here. I'm trying to see. Okay, I moved, and I'm in frame. I've got, let's see if I can do a zoom out. You see, new equipment. I need to practice. Okay, better. So I'm thinking a little bit of green, and let's see. Again, I'm taking very small amount and the gesso is still wet. I don't care because I just want a hint of color in several places. So it doesn't matter to me if the white just mixes with the watercolor. It's very randomly done right now. And I'm thinking yellow, or maybe, no, there is a paper napkin that I want to use and it has lemons on it. So I think the yellow would be just too much. So I'm just taking from this, I don't know what to call this color, skin tone. I don't know. I'm just adding it here. Maybe, oh yeah, that's my phone, which I'm not using to make the video because now I've got a camera. I'm just adding a little bit of this magenta and letting it mix with the skin tone because I didn't like the skin tone so much. But I still don't want a too pinkish color, not a, at least not a Barbie pink. You know how I am with pink. So let's see, maybe a reddish color also, why not? Okay, I just think I need a little bit more a green and I'm good. So just a little bit more green in several places. It's not completely planned. I'm just doing something in the hopes that it will be nice. And again, testing my camera. Okay, so I've got all of this. I'm going to let this dry and then we'll continue. Okay, so I don't like some of the pinkish areas, but I'm going to leave it be for now. I can fix it later. This is the paper napkin that I want to use here on the background, and I'm going to take part of it with a fine brush and water. I just need to figure out which part I'm going to take. I'm thinking, let's move this a little bit right now. I love paper napkins with white background. When you glue them to a page, they just merge so beautifully and seamlessly. What's going on? It doesn't want to separate. Never happened to me before. That's weird. Okay, here we go. So that's part of the paper napkin that I want to use, and I want to use it here. And I want another part. Let's see, maybe this one here. Yeah, okay. I think also this part. Here we go. I'm taking this part, the paper napkin first. Yeah, I like it. Now this is part of the basically the background. I don't even know what focal point I'm going to do. I'm just playing. I really wanted to use this paper napkin, and that's that. So okay, maybe I'll take more pieces and add. I'm not sure yet. This is just going too much into the center, so maybe I'll bring it a little bit like this. Okay, so that's the layout, and I'm taking white glue with water. This is 2/3 white glue and 1/3 water. That's what I'm using with paper napkins. Works for me. And I'm just going to put glue here. I'll probably go all over the page, and later on with the glue, just so everything will have the same consistency. When working with paper napkins, use a soft flat brush and use lots of glue and the flat of the brush from the inside towards the outside. There will always be wrinkles, so there are all kinds of techniques to avoid wrinkles. I don't care for them. I like the wrinkles. It adds texture to the page. So I'm not bothering with them, but you can look it up on YouTube. There are lots and lots of videos out there on all kinds of techniques of how to avoid wrinkles with paper napkins. Once again, my phone. What is going on? Okay. So maybe this one also a little bit out. I will trim the excess later. I like how it's framing my page, but I don't want it too much into the center. Yeah, let's see. So now the next piece, yeah. With the added lemons to the page, the pink doesn't seem so overbearing, and I can still fix it later if I am really bothered by the pinkish hue. Okay, so I've got this. I'm really tempted to put more lemons here, but I'll contain myself. I'll just go over everything, as I said, just so I will have the same consistency to the whole page. And when everything is dry, I'll continue. So yeah, unless I will find another piece of paper napkin that I want to use here, which I'm thinking about it as we speak, or as I speak. I've got all kinds of leftover paper napkins here, bits and pieces from other projects. So maybe I can find something. Okay, I think I'll get back when I'll find something and I can continue. Okay, so I couldn't find a paper napkin that I liked with this one, so I just took out more pieces of the same paper napkin and glued one little piece here and one here. And once again, went through all kinds of stuff I've got. Wasn't so sure about my focal point. And as I always say, when in doubt, stick a butterfly. So that's what is going to probably be my focal point. So I've got all kinds here. Probably this one, just because I like the colors. Don't like much this dragonfly. Don't know why it's so short. Let's see what else do I have. I just bought this, so I don't quite know what I've got inside. I like this one also, but it kind of disappears with all this that I've got. So this would probably be what I go for. Yeah, I'll go with this butterfly. I just want to trim a little bit of the white I've got around it. I don't mind the white, but it's just too much. I like a hairline, but this is just a little bit too much. So I'm just trimming it a little bit. Just so my butterfly will be more dominant on the page. I'm thinking also of darkening the edges. We'll see. I thought it would be quick. I just wanted to test the new equipment, but just can't help myself. Had to go the whole 9 yards with making an art journal page. Couldn't leave it as is. Okay. Most of the time I get rid of the antennas and I just draw them because it's such a pain to fussy cut around them, but that's okay. Yeah, I like it better with less of the white around my butterfly. So now I just want to put a little bit of glue. It would be a little bit difficult because it is going to come here on the flap, on the fold, not flap, I don't know. But it will be okay. Yeah, something like that. And once everything is completely and utterly dry, I can just close the book and then make a more pronounced fold, or maybe a better fold, not I don't know, you know what I mean. So now I just need to find an ink pad. I want some dark green to go around my page. It's still a little bit wet. I will have to wait with it. So basically this is it. That's my page. I need to get used to the new camera and the new gadget I have with the zoom in and zoom out. Let's do a zoom in just so you can see the little details, like some of the things that are picking through the gesso, and what I meant about covering some of the stuff and leaving some of it. Yeah, I think that's the most I can do with the zoom, and you can see some of the text, and it just gives some more details to the background. Okay, so now zoom out. Yippee! There is hope. So that's it. That's my page. I hope you liked it. Please leave me comments down below about how the quality of the video was, if there is something that you feel needs to be better, if it's the volume, if it's the zoom, if it's the focus, colors, lighting, whatever. So I will really like to hear from you how it looked. So thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments down below. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.